I wanted to go over the official Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer when it comes to Luke Skywalker, Rey, and Kylo Ren. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, the line that was delivered by Luke in which he says, "I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now." In my opinion, this is Luke Skywalker directing that message toward Rey, saying, "I've witnessed this strength in my nephew once before, and I've ignored it, and it resulted in terrible consequences. And now I see this strength within you, and I am actually quite terrified. Let's halt the training and stop right now." Then Luke Skywalker walks away. Now, we also know in the very beginning of this trailer in which Rey does say, "Something inside me has always been there, and now it's awake, and I need help." So Rey is in dire need of help because she knows, alright, this raw power is now awake, and it gives The Force Awakens a whole new view as a title for a film, because this all has to do with the dangers of Rey's raw power. Absolutely, in my opinion, that is it. Now, when we're looking at The Last Jedi trailer, we do have a scene in which we see Luke Skywalker behind Rey as Rey meditates, and it seems as though the slightest little thought actually causes quite the damage around them. We have this crack that appears within the rock. Luke Skywalker looks shocked. He looks absolutely stunned at what just occurred by Rey and whatever she was thinking that caused such a thing to happen. And I believe the scene actually follows right after that shot of Luke witnessing this crack in the rock in which Rey and Luke Skywalker go into a conversation, and Luke Skywalker says, "I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then, it does now." I believe those two shots are connected to each other, and the one of Luke and Rey talking to each other in the cave takes place after Luke sees that crack. Now, I think that this would be a great way for Kylo Ren to essentially use, Rey to his advantage. Because at some point in time, yes, Luke Skywalker will give in to training Rey through the ways of the Jedi. In the beginning, he's going to be quite hesitant. Rey's going to go off on a journey on her own, on the planet of Ahch-To, discovering some things here and there. Then Luke Skywalker gives in, trains her, and he witnesses this raw power, the dangers of it, and he halts. He halts the training. He stops it. And this is when Rey is in dire need of help. Now, what if, Kylo Ren uses that to his advantage? And yes, maybe at the very end of this trailer, and we have been talking about this for quite a long time now, maybe at the end of this trailer, his hand really does go out to Rey. Though those two shots are not one and the same, they are indeed misdirection, but that doesn't necessarily mean that his hand isn't going to Rey. It's still a possibility. So let's say Kylo Ren's hand is indeed going to Rey because he says, "I can help you create this thing inside of you completely stable, and you won't have to worry about that anymore, and you won't need help anymore. You can actually stabilize this. Let me help you. Luke Skywalker is not helping you. Let me, help you. Let me help you with all this and piece everything together." And I think that that could be a way of Kylo Ren recruiting Rey, and that's when Rey abandons her master, as I said in my last video, and then Kylo Ren leaves. Snoke essentially wants Rey, and Rey only at this point. So Kylo Ren leaves and abandons his master and goes to save Leia, perhaps, in a different scenario. That's another way that it could play out. Now, I think that this raw power that Luke is terrified of will actually turn into other consequences for Rey. Rey got manipulated by Kylo Ren. She's now in the hands of Supreme Leader Snoke. Bad things are going to happen, and now the tables have turned. So I think that when it comes to director Rian Johnson, a lot of things are really going to happen in such a light that will be very much unexpected and will shock the fans out there. And honestly, I think that this is going to be a great film as we go into this. I think that there's going to be a lot of shocking revelations that have to do with certain characters' decisions and how those decisions may result in terrible consequences. I'm sure that Luke Skywalker knows, alright, what he's dealing with when it comes to Rey when he sees this raw power. And if this is the case, that he does halt the training, I think he honestly made the right decision. However, alright, that decision resulted in Rey possibly getting twisted by Kylo Ren and going along with him. Guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
From night to moon we hear